Here we go. Good afternoon. This is April 27th, 2022. Dr. Elijah Grant, your prophetically enlightened elder. This is Supernatural Phenomenon, part 3, 4, 5. It's somewhere online, down the line. It's a continuation from the stories I used to tell on supernatural incident. To show you the power of ancestors, you can really begin to understand some of the miracles that happen in your life, especially when you look at some of your family members. For instance, I have a nephew who was shot 11 times. 11 times. And he lived. Okay? Also, I have a nephew that was stabbed 9 times. He lived. I have another nephew who was shot. The bullet traveled through his both arms and through his belly, and he still lived. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say there's a supernatural force that keeping them here. I told you about my incidents where I've survived all kind of injuries and all kind of exposures and things like that, but I'm not going to focus on me because that would seem to be somewhat grandstanding, and I'm not into bragging or anything like that. I have a relative who used to get beat up regularly, and my nephew made the comical situation out about saying those were love taps, and after she would get hit, she was like, "Oh, he really loved me. He wouldn't hit me if he didn't love me." Now that's the sickness that comes in some families as well. So you got to remember that these type of things happen in almost every family. There's such a thing known as the battered woman syndrome. And that syndrome is where the woman is getting beat because the slave mentality is still entrenched in a lot of our people. They have what is known as a transgenerational slave gene, if we want to. Or you can call it epigenetics, where the genes that you inherit from your ancestors carry the terror of being tortured and harassed and suffering every day within us. So we have the strong gene qualities, but the thing about it is we don't know how to use these types of qualities. We're using them to help people who are out to destroy us every day. And they do it when they make traffic stops. They do it when we sleep in our bed. They do it when you're walking while black. They do it even when you land on the ground. A social worker will land on the ground and the cop still shot him, even though he had his hands up. I will continue to explain how supernatural phenomena is occurring before our face, but we don't recognize it. Stay tuned.